Hi everyone! So today we're going to do this night cam live cast or live streaming, and so today we're going to read a speech by the current president of the United States of America, by Donald J. Trump. That's his speech that we're going to read together, and we are also going to analyze the style of his speech. All right, okay. And I hope you guys are having a good day, and well, please understand that we are streaming simultaneously through this live stream is broadcast or is going live through our main channel as well as our English channel at the same time. So if you'd like to support us by viewing this from our English channel, you're most welcome to do so. Or if you'd like to view this through our main channel, you're also welcome to do so. It's really up to you. And well, usually you may think why I'm doing this broadcast with you guys, why I'm doing this live cast or live stream with you guys. But the thing is, it's because I haven't had the time to film fresh and new content for my English channel, and that is why I'm going live with you guys every week through the English channel, the channel where I speak only in English and only teach in English. So this is why I'm going live tonight with you guys. 好啦，嗱，各位同學 ，Hello Tiffany， Hi。咁啊，我知道有啲同學就話：哇，Trump 嗰個 speech 咧，好似寫得好詩意咁樣喎，中間。咁我就會同大家賞識下佢嘅 writing style 啦，即係因為咧，我見到香港好多學生咧，你就 read for information， 你哋睇英文嘅時候淨係睇資訊啊，你哋睇唔到人哋嘅寫作風格。咁所以我想慢慢同你哋賞識下佢嘅寫作風格 ，OK？Hi Tiffany, hi, you're welcome. Yeah, and I can see that there are only 2 people viewing this live. I'm not sure exactly if that is the case, so I'd be grateful if my assistant can let me have my phone so that I know how many of you guys are watching this from your laptop or from your phone or whatever devices that you are using, right? So today we're going to do this night cam. We're going to do this live stream in 2 languages. 我哋咧會用2個語言嘅，因為咧我知道就係有啲同學可能你哋就會中意我用英文講啦，有啲同學咧你哋就會中意咧我用叫做中文講嘅。我見已經有好犀利啦，好快就已經有2個同學撳咗 dislike 啦。咁I hope that you guys can if you support, if you like this channel, if you enjoy my live streams, please do like this video because I can see that there are many people who have pressed the thumbs down button. Okay, so Chinese. All right. Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you C Chan. Thank you KS. So let's start. So tonight we are going to appreciate or take a look at the speech by President Donald Trump. He has spent quite a lot of time talking about Hong Kong in his speech. 用咗頗多時間咧去講香港嘅 ，OK？ I'm not going to delve deep into the first part of his speech because it is not so much about Hong Kong, but about the Chinese-American relations, the relationship between the 2 nations. So I'm only going to talk about the part of his speech about Hong Kong, okay? All right. Okay, this part. Americans are entitled to fairness and transparency. To be entitled to something means that you deserve something. You have the right to get that thing, which means that you are entitled to that 2 things. Americans are entitled to fairness and transparency. 美國人咧係值得受到透明啦 transparency 同埋公平嘅對待嘅 fair treatment。fair treatment here is summarized as fairness. Fairness is a quality. It is a noun which means fair treatment. To treat someone fairly, treating someone fairly. It is fairness, the value of fairness. Transparency, it is to let that person know what is coming up, and to exercise or to practice transparency is to be very clear about things. Okay? 透明嘅。Several of the most significant actions we are taking pertain to deeply troubling situations unfolding in Hong Kong. Several of the most significant actions we are taking. Okay? 我哋而家做緊嘅一啲 actions 啦，我哋做緊嘅一啲叫做行動啦。Significant means important. So President Trump is saying that there are several actions that America or the US is going to take regarding Hong Kong and regarding China. So there are more than one action. That is why President Donald Trump said actions, and these actions are significant. In other words, they are very important. And the most important of these actions, several of them, more than one of them, 係啦，咁咧呢啲嘅好重要嘅 actions 咧之中咧有數個啦 ，OK， we are taking pertain to deeply troubling situations. Pertain to, it means it has to do with. These actions have to do with and are related to, right? The deeply troubling situations. Deeply troubling means situations that are troubling, that cause trouble, that are annoying, that make people worried. So troubling means worrying. Worrying situations. These situations are deeply worrying. They are causing worry on many people's part. 呢啲咧喺香港發生嘅事咧係令人憂慮㗎嚇。Deeply troubling. Hi everyone. 好憎特朗普，點解好憎特朗普嘅 ？Okay, hi Carmen, hi Rachel, hi David, hi everyone. So, if something is troubling, it is causing trouble, and it is causing you to feel troubled, and it is causing a lot of worry on your part. Deeply troubling situations unfolding in Hong Kong, because political situations or a political situation or the political landscape in a place is currently changing, and events are always unfolding, they are always developing. That is why President Donald Trump has used the word unfolding here. Unfolding 咧即係話咧發展出嚟嘅一啲嘢啦。Okay. Unfolding in Hong Kong. This week 喺呢個禮拜 China unilaterally imposed control over Hong Kong security. Unilaterally 即係咧單邊地啊 ，okay? On one side, you are doing an action from one side. You are not really doing that with mutual consent. There are certain actions that you take without the consent of the other people. Okay, you are taking this action, this one-sided action, right? So apparently my assistant is helping me change some of the settings of this live. I'm not sure why he's doing that, but I guess the audio is coming in all right. 係啦，咁咧我哋頭先就講到咧就係話乜嘢啊？咦，67唔係67，我以為有67個人睇緊。OK，頭先我就 unilaterally，these are one-sided action, unilateral action, or unilateral control imposed by China over Hong Kong security. Security refers to the degree to which a place is secure, a place is safe, a place is maybe free from interference. Okay? All right. 同埋你 make sure 佢可以走喎，我驚佢自己唔識走。This was a plain violation of Beijing's treaty obligation with the United Kingdom in the Declaration of 1984 and explicit provisions of Hong Kong's Basic Law. So this refers to the unilateral imposition of control by China. And this action is actually, according to President Donald Trump, a plain violation. It has plainly violated Beijing's treaty obligations. To violate something is to not comply with something, is to breach something. It is a plain violation. It is obviously a violation. Something being a plain another thing means that it is an obvious violation, right? This is a plain violation. 好明顯咧係叫做侵犯咗或者好明顯咧係違反咗嘅。Violate. To violate is to breach and to not obey and to not comply with treaty obligations. So obligations are things that you have to do, are duties that you have to fulfill. Beijing's treaty obligations with the United Kingdom. So these treaty obligations are enshrined or provided for in a declaration signed in 1984. Okay? Hey, Eric. This was a plain violation of Beijing's treaty obligations with the United Kingdom. So this apparently Beijing or China, Beijing is often a term that is used to represent China. Trump is so cute. Hi, Henry.
It looks a little bit blurry.
It looks a little bit blurry. Let's try again. So my assistant is adjusting the setting of the live. So this week, China unilaterally imposed control over Hong Kong's security. This was a plain violation of Beijing's treaty obligations. So these duties or these obligations are enshrined or are provided for in a treaty with the United Kingdom. So China signed in an agreement. A treaty is a very formal agreement signed between nations and signed between countries. China signed this treaty with the United Kingdom in the Declaration of 1984. I guess it's the Trump is referring to the Sino-British Declaration here, 中英聯合聲明. The joint declaration signed between China and the UK of 1984 and explicit provisions of Hong Kong's basic law. So basic law is our mini constitution, and in every civilized country, any action of the government has to comply with the basic law, or not with the basic law, but with the constitution of a country. Otherwise, it will be deemed unconstitutional. So even a country's government has to comply with the constitution of a country, with a nation's constitution. It has to its actions has to be governed by a country's constitution. So this is why even the government has to obey the law. Explicit provisions. Explicit means that these provisions are written down. They are not implicit. 即係一啲唔係不文明嘅，係文明嘅規定. So someone has written these provisions, or these provisions are there, black and white. Okay? Explicit provisions 係一個咧叫做佢係明文嘅規定嚟嘅。Okay? Provisions are rules provided for in a piece of document. Provisions 即係啲條例啦，或者一啲叫做條文啊嚇。條文 Hi Wingsy, hi Carmen, hi. So it has 27 years to go. So it here refers to Hong Kong. It has 27 years to go, means that Hong Kong is supposed to enjoy freedom and the rule of law for 27 years more. So its freedoms, civil liberties, rule of law, these qualities are supposed to expire in 2047, I think, but it has supposedly 27 years to go. But now China is cancelling, or China is taking away these freedoms or civil liberties enjoyed originally by Hong Kong. The Chinese government's move against Hong Kong is the latest in a series of measures that are diminishing the city's long-standing and very proud status. The Chinese government, so the Chinese government refers to Beijing or China's move. A move is an action, 一個嘅行為啊 against Hong Kong, 對於香港作出嘅行為啊 its move that it has taken against Hong Kong is the latest in a series of measures. 係一系列之中嘅措施之中嘅最遲嘅一個措施啦。It is the latest in a series of measures. So again, measures refers to actions taken by a place or taken by a person. They are usually actions taken to a specific end. These actions are diminishing, they are reducing, or they are decreasing the city's long-standing and very proud status. They are eroding Hong Kong's status as a very prosperous, a free trading, a free city with the rule of law. Long-standing, 一直以嚟啦, and very proud status. It is a status that many Hong Kong people take pride in. And it is a status that many China, as well as many countries in the world take pride in. This is a tragedy for the people of Hong Kong, the people of China, and indeed the people of the world. So Hong Kong has a very special status in the world. And the fact that this status has been eroded is a tragedy for the people in Hong Kong. It is very tragic. If something is tragic or something is a tragedy, one particular thing is a tragedy, it means that it is very sad that this is happening. It is a tragic thing. 係一個悲劇嚟嘅. Tragedy is the opposite, or it is the antonym of comedy. If something is a tragedy, it causes sadness on many people's part. For the people of Hong Kong, the people of China, and indeed the people of the world. China claims it is protecting national security. China claims, if someone claims a certain thing, it means that he or she says that certain things are happening, but it may or may not be true. It claims that it is protecting national security, but the truth is that Hong Kong was secure and prosperous as a free society. 真相就係 the truth. What is truly happening is the truth, is that Hong Kong was secure. If something is secure, it is free from interference, it is free from attacks, it is secure. And prosperous, 亦都係好繁榮嘅. Something is prosperous, it means that it is flourishing, its economy is flourishing, it means that it is earning a lot of money, the economy is running very well. If a city is prosperous, it refers usually to the wealth that it is getting from all over the world, because when a city is prosperous, a city is earning a lot of money and its economy is flourishing. As a free society, Hong Kong was originally a free society, which means that it is free from any interference. Beijing's decision reverses all of that. All of that. You can hear the linking sound here. All of that. So everything. It reverses everything. Beijing's decision. 北京嘅決定啊 Beijing's decision reverses 去反轉咗所有嘢啦 all of that everything is being reversed by Beijing's decision to pass the national security law in Hong Kong. It extends the reach of China's invasive state security as apparatus into what was formerly a bastion of liberty. So this word is quite difficult, so let's first take a look at the first part of the sentence. Okay? It extends the reach of China's invasive state security apparatus. Some people say apparatus, some people say apparatus. So China's latest, it extends the reach of China's invasive state security apparatus. If something extends another thing, it means that it enlarges another thing and it makes another thing larger. To extend a thing means to make it larger. 係延伸咗嘅 okay? Hi, you're awesome English teacher. I've learned a lot of English from you. I'm senior citizen. Thank you, Wing Sang. Thank you very much. And I hope you're learning a lot from my live stream. Hi, Leung Ho Chiu. Hi, Wing Si. Hi, everyone. And I hope you have learned a lot of English expressions from me. And even if, no matter what age you are, I hope that you are sitting from your home all cozy and you are watching this live stream from somewhere safe and hopefully learning a lot from me. So I was saying that if something extends another thing, it means that it enlarges another thing, it lengthens another thing. 去延長啊 The reach of China's invasive state security apparatus. The reach of something. The reach of something means the coverage of the thing. To what extent something is reaching out. 嗰個叫做範圍啊 the reach. The reach of something, of China's invasive state security apparatus. China has a very strong state security system. Apparently, President Trump is using the word invasive to describe it. Okay? If something is invasive, it means that it invade people's lives. It invade people's lives, which means 佢好有侵犯性嘅。I just checked. No one said apparatus. We should say apparatus. Apparatus means a tool, usually, and it's not an extremely common word, but it means a tool or an institution or a system. So invasive means that something is very 侵犯性. It is very far-reaching, and it could potentially have detrimental effects on people's civil liberties. It could potentially invade people's privacy. Invade privacy 即係可能侵犯到人權啦。It could potentially invade human rights. 係一啲好 invasive 嘅侵犯性嘅一個叫做系統嚟嘅 state security apparatus. The apparatus or the institution is in place to ensure state security, 保障國家嘅安全嘅。Okay? So China has a very strong grip on people's freedoms and their rights, okay? Because it has to make sure that the state is secure, and it has to make sure that the government can continue to govern or to rule the country. Okay? So the state security apparatus could be very invasive. And state security apparatus, an apparatus, as I said, is like an institution, it's like a system into what was formerly a bastion of liberty. Hi! 會幾句英文，你這位竟然要做美國的狗？點樣做美國的狗呢？ How am I the dog of America? You might want to elaborate on that. So I was just talking about the word bastion. It's quite a difficult word. Bastion. It's quite a difficult word. I think it has to do with the word if you have studied the word, there is a word called Bastille. I think it has to do with the word Bastille as well. Bastion. It is something like a fortress, I believe. It is something like a fortress. A bastion is like a fortress. Let me check. Yeah, it's like a fortress. So I was just saying that it extends the reach of China's invasive state security apparatus into what was formerly a bastion of liberty. So Hong Kong was originally a fortress of liberty. It was a place that secures liberty. It was a place that could bar any invasion against people's liberties by China. Okay? China's latest incursion, along with other recent developments that degraded the territory's freedoms, makes clear that Hong Kong is no longer sufficiently autonomous to warrant the special treatment that we have afforded the territory since the handover, China's latest incursion. So incursion, again, it's quite a difficult word, but apparently it means an invasion or attack, especially a sudden or brief one. It's an incursion, it's an attack. So China's latest incursion or an attack, along with other recent developments, so there are many developments that have degraded the territory's freedoms. To degrade a place's freedom or to degrade a territory's freedoms, it means to take away and to reduce a place's freedoms or a country's freedoms. So freedoms are, again, civil liberties. They include freedoms of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom of religion, freedom of many things. Okay? Makes clear, it has made clear that it has shown that Hong Kong is no longer sufficiently autonomous. It is no longer autonomous enough. When somewhere or some place or a territory or a country is autonomous, it means that it has the right to govern itself, and it has the right to make its own decision. It has a say over its future fate. Okay? We want freedom, no one country, one system, said Amy Lam. Okay? I know you guys all have your own political views, but we are here to talk about English. Of course, you can still talk about your political views and you can say whatever you want, and I don't care even if you say that I am the spokesperson for Hong Kong or for America or for China or whatever. We are just here to talk about English. We're just here to learn about English. Okay? So it makes clear that Hong Kong is no longer sufficiently autonomous. It is no longer autonomous enough. It is no longer self-governing enough to warrant, to deserve. OK, 陳果皮唔使理菜嘅人形生物 It's okay, just let him be, let him speak. It's mine. We don't mind. Don't mind about him. No longer sufficiently autonomous to warrant the special treatment that we have afforded the territory since the handover. To deserve, it no longer deserves the special treatment according to... It's okay, Amy. You don't have to say you're sorry. You're perfectly welcome to leave a comment here. Hi, video 1881. Thank you very much. Hi, Matt. Hi, Matt Lam. Thank you. So let me check how many people are viewing this live stream from our English channel, okay? Let me take a look. So wait a second, I'm just going into my English channel and taking a look at how many people are watching this live stream from our English channel. Oh, there are 11 people watching. Thank you very much. So we were saying it makes clear that Hong Kong is no longer sufficiently autonomous to warrant, to deserve. It no longer deserves special treatment from okay, so Matt Lam, you don't understand this sentence. I'm going to talk about it later, okay? It is no longer sufficiently autonomous to warrant the special treatment that we have afforded the territory since the handover. To afford special treatment to a place, or to afford special treatment for a place, to afford a place special treatment, it means to give a place special treatment. So Trump is saying that it has given this region, or Hong Kong, special treatment since the handover. It has given Hong Kong this special treatment, but now it is no longer it no longer feels that it should give this special treatment to Hong Kong, because Hong Kong doesn't deserve it. Hong Kong has to be autonomous to deserve special treatment. If it is one country, it is no longer autonomous. It is entirely like China, it resembles China, it is totally the same as China, it will no longer deserve special treatment from the United States. So the special treatment that we have afforded the territory since the Hanover, since 1997. Hanover is the ceremony whereby China gets the sovereignty back, the sovereignty over Hong Kong back from the United Kingdom. Hi, Henry. Maybe disliked by 50 cents, ignore them. So I'm now going to answer Matt's question about Beijing's disastrous decision is only the latest in a series of actions that fundamentally undermine Hong Kong's autonomy. You're right, Matt. That's what Trump is saying as well. So you are saying that you do not understand the sentence only the latest, all right? Let me take a look at the sentence. Only the latest. Okay, so you don't understand this sentence, is that right? It's the latest in a series of measures. So Trump is saying that there has been a series of measures that China has taken to diminish the city's long-standing and very proud status. And now it is making a move again. And this move is the attempt to pass the National Security Bill. And this move is actually the latest among a series of measures that it has taken. Okay? It is the latest in a series of measures. So this action, this attempt to pass the bill, is the latest action among a series of measures, among a series of actions that it has already taken to diminish the city's status. Okay? Did I make myself clear? I hope I've made myself clear. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Hi, Bosco. Very sad to hear about this news. Hong Kong not like before. You're saying that Hong Kong isn't like what it was before, right? So warrant means deserve. China has replaced its promised formula of one country, two systems with one country, one system. China has replaced its promised formula. So its promised formula, its promised system, its promised what it has promised. China has reversed what it has promised. China has replaced. China has gone back on its promise. Okay? To go back on your promise, it means to not keep your promise. It has replaced its promise. Formula. So the formula of one country, two systems is what China has promised, and one country, two systems is apparently what China has promised will be in place in Hong Kong. One country, two systems. There are, of course, many interpretations on what that phrase actually means, but one of the most mainstream interpretations is that the two systems refer to the capitalist system and the communist system, whereas one country refers to China. So politically, Hong Kong should still be China and is China politically, and legally it belongs to the same country as China. But Hong Kong is supposed to follow another system, one which is entirely different from that in China. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye, Tiffany. So can we use promised formula? I think so, Rachel. I think so. It's promised formula of one country, two systems with one country, one system. So now there is only one country and one system. That is the system of China. Therefore, I'm directing my administration to begin the process of eliminating policy exemptions that give Hong Kong different and special treatment. I'm directing my administration. I am steering my administration in the direction of what? Of beginning the process of eliminating policy exemptions. So exemptions are special treatment afforded to Hong Kong. 一啲豁免嚟嘅 policy exemptions， 一啲嘅咧叫做咧政策嘅豁免啊。So President Trump is going to eliminate policy exemptions that are afforded to Hong Kong, that were afforded to Hong Kong before, and that have always been afforded to Hong Kong. 一啲嘅豁免咧，佢咧就會 eliminate 啦。He's going to get rid of certain policy exemptions that Hong Kong formerly enjoyed. Okay. Hi, Luke. Thank you very much, Luke. Thank you so much. You're very kind. Thank you. So we were saying that la 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 la, where was I was saying that I was saying that China has replaced its promised formula of one country, two systems with one country, one system. Therefore, I'm directing my administration to begin the process of eliminating policy exemptions that give Hong Kong different and special treatment. So it's going to eliminate these policy exemptions that Hong Kong has always enjoyed. These exemptions give Hong Kong different and special treatment. So you can see that for the word treatment, we do not always add an article before it. 好憎特朗普冇戴口罩，努力。Thank you. I will work very hard to teach you guys everything I know. My announcement today will affect the full range of agreements we have with Hong Kong. My announcement today, my declaration today, my speech today, what I've said today will affect the full range of agreements we have with Hong Kong. It will affect the many agreements that we have with Hong Kong, from our extradition treaty to our export controls on dual-use technologies and more, with few exceptions. It will affect most of the agreements that the US has with Hong Kong, that the US has signed with Hong Kong. Communists are excellent cheaters, said Jason. This is the comment by Jason. It's a funny comment. You speak English so fast. I hope I can too. You can if you will just muster the courage to speak up and practice. I don't speak perfect English, as you can see. Donald Trump said what should be said by Boris Johnson. That's so good. That's an interesting comment. So many of the treaties signed by Hong Kong and the US, they will be changed and they will be affected, including the extradition treaty and including treaties pertaining to export controls, including treaties on dual-use technologies. So technology is again is a very heavily regulated area in the US, because the US feel that China has been stealing information from its country. With few exceptions, there are very few exceptions to this, and many agreements signed by the two nations will be changed and altered. They will no longer have effect, and Hong Kong will no longer enjoy special treatment. We'll be revising the State Department's travel advisory for Hong Kong to reflect the increased danger of surveillance and punishment by the Chinese state security apparatus. So we will be revising, we'll be changing, we'll be making changes to the State Department's travel advisory. So travel advisory usually refers to a body that makes advice, but I'm not exactly sure what it means here. I guess it means it is a noun here. Right, it refers to something like 公告. It refers to something like announcements. So it's going to change the State Department's announcement regarding traveling to reflect the increased danger of surveillance. Because there is an increased danger of surveillance in Hong Kong, it is going to also revise the rules on traveling to Hong Kong. All right. So punishment by the Chinese state security. Okay. All right. Okay. So I was just taking a look at my IGDM. Some of my viewers are sending messages to me. Maybe turn the mic louder. Maybe turn the mic louder is better. I can hardly hear you. Okay. I'll try to turn the volume higher. Sorry about that. Okay. Please check if the volume is higher now. I've turned up the volume a little bit. 成日覺得啲 speech 好難，有你講解而家明白好多。Thank you. So video 1881. Thank you very much. So Ethan Hu said 特朗普白痴都要賞識 OK 特朗普白痴 OK 你鍾意啦It's up to you what you're saying I want to join your course but I'm busy in this month maybe I can join later Thank you Amy It's up to you You can join it if you like Much better Thank you That's nice Good So okay The volume is better now The audio is nicer now right? So we were saying that we'll be revising the State Department. State Department 類似係佢哋一啲嘅 government 嘅 department 啦。It's one of the departments of the U.S. government. They will be revising the travel advisory. They will be revising the travel announcement, the policies regarding traveling for Hong Kong to reflect the increased danger of surveillance. 一啲咧監控啊 surveillance. Surveillance refers to the act of watching a country's people. It refers to the process of constantly spying on the people in a certain country. 冇錢 join 唔緊要，你可以照聽㗎。Learn no true 你可以照聽㗎，冇所謂㗎。Okay, so there is an increased danger of surveillance in Hong Kong, according to President Trump, and punishment by the Chinese state security apparatus. So there is also an increased danger of punishment by Chinese state security apparatus. Whatever you do, there is an increased danger of surveillance and punishment. Whatever you say, whatever you do, there will be an increased danger of surveillance. There will be an increased danger of invasion on people's rights. Monitoring, that's right. That's right. Surveillance refers to the act of monitoring and spying on people. By Chinese state security apparatus. By Chinese state security apparatus. State security refers to state safety. It refers to whether a state is free from interference. As I said, China focuses a lot on state security. They worry a lot about state security, and that is why they have this very tight grips on Hong Kong. So we will take action to revoke Hong Kong's preferential treatment. So preferential treatment means that treatment, unequal treatment. Hong Kong is enjoying better treatment than other people. Okay, it's enjoying a superior sort of treatment compared to other places. It's going to be revoked by the US as a separate customs and travel territory from the rest of China. So originally it enjoyed preferential treatment as a separate customs and travel territory from the rest of China. It used to be treated as separate. It used to be treated as like a different country in terms of travel. All right, customs and travel territory from the rest of China. The United States will also take necessary steps to sanction. To sanction a place means to 制裁. It's to punish someone formally. It is to exercise or to take measures to punish a place formally. PRC refers to, of course, the People's Republics of China and Hong Kong's officials directly or indirectly involved in eroding Hong Kong's economy and just, if you take a look, smothering, absolutely smothering Hong Kong's freedom. So Trump is saying that the United States is going to take the steps to sanction PRC because, and it's also going to take steps to sanction, is to punish Hong Kong's officials, the government officials working in Hong Kong, directly or indirectly, directly or not directly. The officials, which officials is Trump referring to? He's referring to the officials who are involved in eroding Hong Kong's economy, in taking away Hong Kong's economy. And just if you take a look, so who are involved in smothering, who are involved in taking away. To smother means to take away here, and 有少少似係中文係窒礙咁嘅意思啦，係窒礙啦、阻礙啦 ，hindering and reducing and smothering and to suffocate. Okay? To suffocate, if you take a look, smothering, absolutely smothering Hong Kong's freedom. Our actions, PRC is, no, it's, yeah, that's right. So everyday listen and say maybe upgrade a little bit. You should listen to English every day, and if possible, try to speak a little bit of English every day. PRC doesn't refer to part of China, it refers to the People's Republic of China, okay? So it's absolutely smothering Hong Kong's freedom. It's like Hong Kong is being suffocated by China's interference. Our actions will be strong. Our actions will be meaningful. So these sentences, this sentence consists of short clauses. Our actions will be strong. Our actions will be meaningful. So there is a very, very easy to remember vibe or easy to remember rhythm to this sentence. We've got two very short clauses. Our actions will be strong. Our actions will be meaningful. These actions will be meaningful. These actions will be swift and effective. So more than 2 decades ago, here President Trump spent some time talking about the handover of Hong Kong back to China from Britain. Donald Dump Vincent Wong said, "Wow, I'm idiot and stupid." It's okay, you're not an idiot and you're not stupid. It's just that you might be a little ignorant about what PRC meant. That's it. Hi Kitty, hi everyone. More than 2 decades ago on a rainy night in 1997. So more than 2 decades ago. Well, a decade refers to a period of 10 years. So more than 2 decades ago means more than 20 years ago on a rainy night. On a rainy night. So I used to talk to you guys about prepositions. We say on a rainy night. On a rainy night in 1997. So in 1997 there was a rainy night when Hong Kong was handed over back to China. British soldiers refer to the soldiers of Britain. They lowered the Union flag. The Union flag is the national flag of the UK. There is another name for it called the Union Jack. If you've got a BNO on your hand, if you've got the British overseas citizen's passport, you might know that the Union flag is also called the Union Jack. It is lowered, and Chinese soldiers raised the Chinese flag in Hong Kong. Chinese soldiers refers to the soldiers that China has. They raised the Chinese flag in Hong Kong. So this was actually an irrefutable piece of fact that Hong Kong has been handed over back to China. The peoples of Hong Kong felt simultaneously proud of their Chinese heritage and their unique Hong Kong identity. The people of Hong Kong. So President Trump acknowledged that Hong Kong people felt very strongly and they feel very proud and they felt very proud. In the very least, they felt very proud. At least at that time, they felt very proud about their Chinese heritage, their Chinese culture that has been passed on from their ancestors to them. Okay, disappointed. So good said disappointed. Okay, so disappointed in Britain. I take it that you are saying that you are disappointed in Britain. So I was just saying that. So Chinese soldiers raised the Chinese flag in Hong Kong. They raised the flag, the Chinese flag rose, and the Union flag was lowered. It came down, the Union flag. It's because the UK no longer has sovereignty over Hong Kong. And starting from 1997, it has no longer enjoyed sovereignty in Hong Kong. The people of Hong Kong felt simultaneously proud. At the same time, simultaneously, this word has to do with time. So when something happens simultaneously with another thing, it means that one thing happened and at the same time another thing happens. So simultaneously means at the same time. The people of Hong Kong felt at the same time proud of their Chinese heritage. So the word heritage is a very important word that you might want to learn. Heritage refers to cultures passed on. It refers to tradition, and it refers to cultures that we have, that we understand, that are that are demonstrated in us, that are showcased in our everyday lives. Okay? So heritage 傳統或者 heritage 係叫做咩咧？傳承啦，或者我哋嘅我哋 pass on 嘅嘢，即係點咧 ？heritage 中文係我哋嘅傳統或者我哋嘅傳承咁樣之類嘅嘢啦。Amy Lam, oh no, sometimes I don't know how to say the verb but don't know how to spell. It's okay. You can always look up that word in dictionary and see if you have spelled that right. You are a great teacher. Thank you very much. You should say you are a great teacher. You should use an article here. But thank you very much. I appreciate your appreciation for me. The people of Hong Kong hoped that in the years and decades to come, the people of Hong Kong people hoped. This was a hope that Hong Kong people had. And that is why President Donald Trump used the word hoped here. They hoped that in the years and decades to come, in the time to come, in the future to come, China would increasingly come. So if a place increasingly come to do certain things, it means that it has grown to do certain things. It gradually changes so that it does certain things. Okay? The emoji that you use is very cute, Amy. So the people in Hong Kong hoped that China would come to resemble the Pearl of the Orient. Hong Kong used to be called the Pearl of the Orient because it was a free society. It was 馬照跑，舞照跳. It was a liberal society where everyone could say anything they wanted. China would increasingly come to resemble its most radiant. Radiant means that something is shiny and something emits light. If something is radiant, it emits light and it is very shiny and it is very attractive. Much appreciated Donald Trump stands with Hong Kong and shame on British. So good. Said. So we were just saying that we were just saying that Hong Kong used to be a very radiant city. If a city is radiant, it means that it emits light. And it is very shiny, it is very attractive, and it is very appealing. It's a dynamic city. Wing Seng Chen, good night. I'm definitely watching again tomorrow. Oh, you are an early sleeper. You hit the sack really early, Wing Seng. So, you're going to bed so soon. Our actions will be strong. Our actions will be meaningful. I was just saying the people of Hong Kong hope that in the years and decades to come, China will increasingly come to resemble. To resemble something means to look like something and to act like something and to be like another thing and to be similar to a thing. For example, you can say that you resemble your father, you resemble your mother. It will mean that you look like him or her perfectly. So the state of resemblance means to look like another thing very much. Okay? We come to resemble its most radiant, its most shiny and dynamic. If a place or a person is very dynamic, he or she or a place or a thing is very energetic. It's full of energy. The rest of the world was electrified by a sense of optimism that Hong Kong was a glimpse into China's future. So the rest of the world, in 1997, at the Hanover, they were electrified. They were very excited by a sense of optimism. Again, the word electrified, it is pretty difficult, but you might want to learn it if you want. Was electrified by a sense of optimism. They were dazzled by a sense of optimism. They were rapturous and they were very happy and they were filled with a sense of optimism. They were very optimistic. To be very optimistic means to believe that something positive is going to happen. They were rapturous and they were very happy and they fully believed that Hong Kong was a glimpse into China's future. They thought that Hong Kong would reflect the China in the future. They thought that Hong Kong would provide a glimpse into China's future. Hong Kong would, what China in the future would be what China in the future would look like. So they thought that Hong Kong through Hong Kong you could see China's future. This is what they thought, not that Hong Kong would grow into a reflection of China's past. So they thought that Hong Kong would lead China to freedoms, to democracy, to a better state of existence, to a more civilized state of existence. But instead, so Trump is saying that now Hong Kong has grown into a reflection of China's past, a state of, well, when we talk about China's past, when we speak of China's past, we refer to a past full of oppression. We refer to a past that is lacking in freedom, that is lacking in tolerance, into a reflection of China's past. We thought that Hong Kong would grow. We thought that China would grow into Hong Kong, but instead, Hong Kong has grown into China's past. China's past refers to a state of tyranny, a state of oppression, and a state of intolerance. So I can't say about politics, everyone different thinking, I'll note. That's what Amy said. We are already getting across very complicated messages here, very complex messages, and you are actually, I would say your English is definitely not bad, Amy, and you are using very good English. Even though your English isn't perfect, it's not perfectly grammatical, people can definitely understand you. So I was just saying that not that Hong Kong would grow into a reflection of China's past. Hong Kong people believed that China would grow into Hong Kong, which is liberal, which is free, not that Hong Kong would grow into China, not that Hong Kong would grow to be like China, which is full of oppression, which is a state that is relatively not so tolerant of different opinions. After watching this, I need to rewatch one more time. I need to rewatch this video one more time. Very glad that teacher Tiffany put made a lot of effort to improve Hong Kong people's English and studies this important speech with Hong Kong's teenagers. Yeah, 一個中文解釋都有好多英文詞語. Thank you. I'll upgrade my English. That's good. So I was saying that, thank you very much for your appreciation. I was saying that people didn't believe, unlike now, that people didn't believe that Hong Kong would grow into China's past and it would grow into a reflection of China's past. But now it has become the truth. The prophecy has become the truth. The prophecy has been realized. Hong Kong has grown into a reflection of China's past, according to President Trump. In every decision, I will continue to proudly defend and protect the workers, families, and citizens of the United States of America. Thank you very much. Thank you. In every decision. So President Trump, that in every decision that he's going to make, he will continue to proudly defend, to defend strongly, to defend proudly, and to protect proudly the workers. He's going to protect workers. He's going to protect people who work, laborers, families. Families refer to, of course, units of people, and families, and citizens of the United States of America. The United States, the US citizens in Hong Kong. He's going to protect their rights. He's going to defend them. He's not going to let them come to any harm. So I'm afraid if one country, one system, your channel will be missing. You can actually subscribe to my newsletter list. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you are not going to lose contact with me. And I'm going to ask my assistant to put the link below so that you can actually subscribe to my newsletter. And I'm going to stay in contact with you through email. So don't worry that I'm going to disappear from YouTube. Even if I've disappeared from YouTube, I believe that you guys can find me on my email list. Okay? So I will continue to proudly defend and protect the workers, families, and citizens of the United States of America, of the USA. Thank you very much. Thank you. So President Donald Trump has repeatedly thanked his audience for listening to him and for listening to his speech and to hear what he has to say about China and Hong Kong. I've subscribed your email. I've subscribed to my email newsletter. That's great. So in case any one of you worry about losing contact with me, and please do subscribe to our newsletter, because you never know whether Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube will go down anytime because of the potential enactment of the national security law. So that's it for today. I hope that I've made this speech very clear and I've explained this speech very well to you guys, and I hope that you have learned a lot of expressions and that you understand this speech so much better now after I've explained it to you guys. And please do subscribe to my newsletter if you want to see more videos like this one and more live streams like this one. Please do follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to teach you guys, and I teach you guys so many things there, and I'm going to share my tips, and I share my tips on learning English and on life and on entrepreneurship, my views on education every day on my Instagram. I hope CCP don't know English. I can't breathe. When will the shooting start? What do you mean by shooting, Vincent? I don't quite understand. So you can follow me on Instagram. I will see if my assistant can put up the link on to my Instagram here, so that you guys can follow me on Instagram, because the more platforms you are getting, the more platforms I have, and the more platforms on which we talk, the better, because you never know which platforms are going to go down because of the latest policies by by China and by Hong Kong government. You never know when we'll stop being able to use Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. You never know. You even added my Spotify. That's nice. So I'm going to let you have the link to my Instagram, because thank you so much, teacher Finny. Thank you. Right on freedom speech, pump up, Tiffany. Okay, Mr. Chow said, I'm not exactly sure what Mr. Chow is saying, but I'm going to put the link to my Instagram account so that you guys can definitely stay in touch with me. Okay, I'm trying to put the link there because I'm guessing that my assistant will need some time to put the link there. So please do follow me on Instagram, because that way we can make sure that you are staying in touch with us and staying in contact with us. Okay, and also if you like, please do subscribe. Please do follow our Facebook as well, because sometimes I share my articles on there as well. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream I've done for you guys, and you understand what Trump was saying so much better now. Okay, thank you very much, Louis. Thank you, love it. Thank you so much. I try to paraphrase every sentence so that you guys know how to say and how to convey and how to express one meaning with different expressions and different words. Okay, so that's it for today, and I'll see you guys soon.